All right, we ready to roll, Bob? This is Daddy Jack's Cooking with the Blues here, and we have Kathy Adamson, David Adamson from Ottawa, all the way from Ottawa, Canada. I can't believe it. This is the power of the internet, Bob. You made a believer out of me. And so they came down, last Saturday I met them. They came in the restaurant, and I said, well, you know, we'll be around, and we got to sit down and visit and talk, and it's just an honor to have them down here. And Kathy, we were talking about baking, and so she said, I said, well, I'd love to have you come in and make a pie. They stayed a whole week. Here it is, Saturday. Yeah. Saturday, a week ago, Saturday, and so today we're going to make. Kathy's going to make a blueberry pie, homemade blueberry pie.
That's right.
And so here you go.
Okay. Thank you, Jack.
Okay, all right. I'll get it out of the way.
So this is the all-time favorite of my family.
Yeah.
Blueberry pie. If I don't know what to make for dessert, it's always blueberry pie. So it's easy. It's easy as pie, really, once you know. The key things are to keep the ingredients cold. And so I came down here. I had the Crisco in the car, and I said, okay, we got to get here early to put the Crisco in the fridge, so it'll be cold for the pie. I've got ice water. That's the other thing that's really important. Yeah. Ice water and cold Crisco, and the flour and everything else can be room temperature. So, oh, I need salt.
Salt? We have salt?
Yeah. So we're using fresh blueberries from Michigan, and they're all washed here in the bowl and dried off. And you can use, during the winter I use frozen blueberries, and they're very good too. I just defrost them a little bit.
Does that add any more flour because of the extra water, moisture?
Sometimes, yeah. But it gets better when it sits a bit. It can be a bit runny, so sometimes you have to add it. So I have a recipe here, and I said I can't do without a recipe. So it's all printed out here on scrap paper, and I'm just going to add the salt to my flour. So do you want me to tell the portions?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm doing a double batch of pastry because we're going to do a big pie and a pie shell. And so I've got in here 3.5 cups of regular flour. Just don't have to use pastry flour, just regular flour. And I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, kosher salt. That's good.
Yep.
So I don't know exactly 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then basically what we're going to do is cut the Crisco into the flour. And I had to go and find a really handy instrument.
Dough cutter? I think they call that a dough cutter, or is that a
pastry blender?
Pastry knife. Pastry
blender, yeah.
Blender, yeah.
So because they offered me the Cuisinart thing in the corner, I said no, it's like really a delicate touch. It doesn't have to be that.
Yeah, as Kathy was saying, don't want to use your hands because even the little bit of heat that comes off your hands will melt the Crisco. You want everything nice and cold because it layers. It makes it flaky pie crust. Right, Kathy?
Big fork.
Yeah, Josh, get a fork, please. Nephew Josh back in the house.
Even just a dinner fork is fine. So the berries are going to be mixed with some flour and I need some sugar too.
Sugar, we have sugar.
And dot with a little butter on top if you have it. If you don't,
yeah. We have sugar, Josh, too, right? We have some over there?
I'm just mixing in the salt.
Mixing in the salt, okay.
The salt. And then we're going to blend in the
Crisco.
Whoops.
All good cooks, all good pastry cooks have a little flour in their hair, on their face, so we're not too worried about it.
Right. And you can just blow it off the recipe.
Yeah. We're not even going to worry about it. You know why? That might be helpful when we roll it out, right? A little flour on the board.
That's good. So now you just basically go through this. And you want the Crisco to be about pea-sized.
Like you could say, you can use lard, you can use butter.
Yeah.
I know my mother always used Crisco.
Well, the thing about, it's all fat, but Crisco is vegetable. So if you don't want to have, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you might want to use just Crisco. But lard has a good result too. Lard is a little harder, quite a bit harder from the fridge.
You know, 40 years of cooking, I've always been afraid of a pie crust. Even to this day, I buy pie crust, so I'm learning here today. This is great.
I like your bowl. It spins.
And a YouTube a friend from Michigan came down, and I'd posted up on a video about giving away a skillet, and he actually came to collect it. So I should send you a bowl.
So it's getting close to being broken up of fat surrounded by the flour, and that's what's going to create the flakiness when you bake.
Yeah.
The fat will be absorbed by the flour and leave that little space. Yeah, this is a good tool.
Oh yeah.
You could use 2 knives if you don't have one of these, but I don't know. It's hard to go back once you have the right tool.
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, that's the key, you know, is professional or good cooks at home. They have the right equipment, right tools to work with. Got to have them. My mother's had hers forever. I remember her using them.
I almost feel like I need more flour in here. I'm not going to need much ice water to make this into a dough, but
Okay. You need more flour? Josh, a little bit more?
it's hard to measure in a great big huge cup like that,
Yeah.
so it could have been a bit off.
Josh back in the house. Nephew Josh, he's back.
Thank you. Okay. Now, water. So the ice water, you just want to add like a couple tablespoons at a time with a smaller quantity until it sort of sticks together. So you just sprinkle it over. And just blend it. Starting to clump together, sticking on the fork. A little bit more, I think. When you roll out the dough, it'll pick up some of the flour from your floured board or surface, so it can be a little bit gooey. So all of that dry stuff there is going to become incorporated into the rest. Ready to roll.
Huh? Ready to roll?
Ready to roll. So I just kept adding the ice water until I'm mixing and watching to see that it gets to that kind of.
Yeah.
You didn't get her berries ready and her pans. You want to have your pans ready ahead of time so that you put the dough in.
Yeah.
Where's your crust? The other one.
Right.
Oh, that's the other
Yeah.
one we're going to do? You can use that cooking spray too. It's maybe too much. Reheated the oven to
450, yeah.
Yeah, so this is new for me, a gas oven, not an electric one. So the berries to go inside, we're going to add, so for a small 9-inch, it was about 5 cups of berries, and this is a 10-inch pan, I think. So probably just increase it to 6 cups or so. I'm just guessing, I'm not sure. We'll just use whatever can fit. I'm going to add flour, and that's so 6 cups of berries, and I added a 1/4 cup of flour and sugar. So sugar is 1.5 cups of sugar.
Okay.
It wasn't measured, I'm not sure. It looks
Okay.
about right.
Josh, pass us another bowl before we start mixing it. Another bowl.
Oh, right. I see.
That's good.
They were draining in there.
Okay. We'll take this here, Josh. Okay.
The flour in there will help thicken the sauce a little bit, and
Yeah.
the sugar for you want pie. to be
Berries
sweet.
release the juice, the flour will absorb it and make the filling.
Oh, you need to add your pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Need a pinch?
Pinch. Pinch. 2 pinches.
2 pinches.
Well, I'm making a double recipe.
I should have thrown that over your shoulder for good luck.
Oh, yes, you got to dry both today.
Okay.
So they're ready. I might have a bit of extra flour, but whatever. Now,
Done with the water?
yeah.
You go, Josh. Josh, put that on the cut on that.
So this is my new rolling pin from Denny's.
Oh. We don't have a rolling pin here. We use a wine bottle.
That would work.
Yeah.
So
Out of
you can
necessity.
have this one if you want. So I'm going to do the bottom. The bottom will require most. This is the only time when you kind of have to handle it.
Work it, yeah.
Do you have a big, long spatula?
No. Josh,
Or-
the long spatula we have.
Oh, it's so
not a pastry spatula, but
Well, a cake icing. So you cut it out about halfway, and then I flip it over so it doesn't get. That's perfect.
oh, you've done this before.
Well, one year we decided to make Christmas presents. So I thought, okay, I'll make everybody pie. So I did
Oh, wow.
blueberry and mincemeat and apple, and
Heck of a nice gift.
they liked it. So I just made them and
Absolutely.
froze them. So when you're rolling out, just start from the center and go out.
Start from the center and move out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you kind of eyeball your pan. And it's,
Yeah.
you get better as you get practice.
Absolutely.
Think that's big enough to...
Yeah.
I always like to have a bit of overhang because I like to do a little edge on it. So. This is a dandy spatula. Mine is about a third of that width. This is really nice.
You want it? It's yours. I trade you that for a spatula for a roller pin.
Doesn't quite. You can carefully lift it. So then at this point I just, a dinner knife?
A dinner knife?
David. And then I even out the where it needs more. There. Okay. And then we put our berries.
Wow. Now that's a blueberry pie right there. Wow. Beautiful.
It's going to be good. Those fresh blueberries are going to make a difference.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure how much sugar. It seems like we might have a little too much sugar, so I'm not going to put all that in. The blueberries are pretty sweet, right?
They're a little tart. They're from Michigan. A little tart.
All right. And now it's basically doing the same for the top.
Okay. Heat it up. That's a little wire downstairs. Round that wire up there. Yeah. Really wasn't fired up. Yeah, it's downstairs.
Same thing halfway through. Take it off, reflour and flip it over, and it shouldn't stick. We don't need any special pastry cloths or surfaces. Oops, gonna lose that one. Does that, no worries. Put the butter on top. Yeah,
What?
Butter?
Yeah, that's some butter. Yeah.
Just a little bit of knob on top.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the butter really adds anything, but that's what the recipe calls.
Oh yeah? That's good.
Just, I don't know. A bit of richness, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Find out. That's good. And then again, just lie it over the top.
Mm-hmm.
There's a crack like that. Just try and fix it before. Sometimes you can do it like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take it off and just fix it.
Yeah.
Because it's easier than having, because if it's a crack at the edge, the stuff will bubble over it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I kind of even out the edges, so I have about the same amount of pastry to make my fluted edge. We'll see. And you kind of like take the two edges and just make a ridge, like seal them together and make a ridge. Like that. When I feel it's a little bit.
What do you need for the top? You need an egg or anything for the top?
I don't, but you could. I never usually do. I come back to that spot. And like it doesn't have to be perfect, but there's lots there. Is it easy so far?
Ah, I'm learning. Everything's easy if you know how to do it.
That's true.
I'm really learning.
So,
I think I know how to make a pie crust.
Yeah. So then you can leave it like that. You can do a fork thing.
Yeah.
You can do a spoon thing, but I just like going like this.
Yeah. Dave, I just gotta say, you're one lucky man.
I am.
You get to eat these occasionally.
Yes.
What other kind of pies? Fruit pies? Peach or?
Oh, we like to do a peach pie with a shell and do just do the sliced peaches. They're slightly cooked, and then make a not a sauce, but I guess it's a thickened, like peach puree thickened with cornstarch.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Doesn't it look nice? That's very simple.
Wow.
And then put your center for this.
I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. Oh, that's beautiful.
What
Wow.
fun.
Now, how'd you do this? Just cut?
Oh, well, with the, I only use
Yeah.
the table cutlery for this part.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's all.
So, ready to go in the oven?
So it goes in the oven at high temperature, 450 for 15-20 minutes till it starts to get brown. And then we turn it down to 350 for the rest
450 for how long? About?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
15. It's a gas oven, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, is that beautiful? All right, we'll be back with the finished product. Kathy Adamson, with David Adamson, Ottawa, Canada. Daddy Jack's cooking with the blues. You know what? It's like I've been in this business cooking 40 years or so, and you know the beauty of the cooking business, restaurant business. Life is never too old to learn, and just watching it happen. Now, it's important to watch it happen, and now it's how we learn to cook in school, or but you can never fully understand something just by watching. You need to do it. So I'm going to make sure that I do it next week. I've seen what you're doing. I'm going to watch this video myself because that's masterful.
He just wants to increase his hits.
No? Well,
Well, they're up there anyway.
that might be part of it. I go on and hit them all the time, so I increase them now. No, but it's just you know, the beauty is you're never too old to learn, and you never know so much that you don't have something more to learn. And like I say, it's professional cooks, but there's as good or better cooks at home, and this is proof. The proof in the pie right here. And,
well, we'll see. I have to taste it
well,
first.
you start with good ingredients, and you know how to put a pie together. You're going to end with a good product, I believe. All right, we'll be back. Okay, Kathy, the pie I think is ready. The blueberry pie, David. Wow, look at that. That's a work of art, Kathy. Huh?
It
What do
looks
you think?
beautiful. I think it looks great. Let's see
Looks
how
beautiful. It's going to taste beautiful.
You're going to tell me how it tastes.
I will. Then I got to head out. Unfortunately, can't even let the pie set up until it gets cool.
Right.
For a good amount of time. Anything you want to tell us about Ottawa? You know, Canada, life up in Canada, or the food? You get an abundance of groceries and good food.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ottawa is great for groceries. Really organic and locally grown stuff. We have a big farmers market downtown. Actually, 3 places. There's downtown and east of downtown and west of downtown and lots of places.
A lot of farmers, local farmers in the area.
There are people that grow that have emu and llamas, and there's all kinds of.
Now, do you not allow like HMO or GMO foods and stuff? I mean, they don't allow a lot of.
I think there's a mixture. Yes.
Yeah, well, I think people are getting more towards eating healthier, and you know, we are what we eat, I guess, right?
Right.
Well, thank you so much. Nice to see you,
Nice
David.
To see you too.
Such a pleasure to see you.
Thanks, Jack. It's great.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
The Highway Angels will be with you on the road.
We hope.
Thank you.
And
It's great being in your kitchen.
thank you for showing us how to make a blueberry pie. It's Daddy Jack's Cooking with the Blues. My main man, Bob Jacko. Bobby J on camera. Bob Jacko Productions. Couldn't do it without you, brother. You believed in what we were doing and teaching, you know, sharing recipes and teaching the world how to cook. And, you know, I want to do more of home cooks, other professional cooks. Not just, you know, what I know. It's to share the knowledge of cooking is a wonderful thing. You know, and we hope to see y'all again soon. Okay. Maybe I'll take a trip up and I'll call you and I'll swing by your place.
Sounds good.
Cook something in your kitchen or something. Okay? Daddy Jack's Cooking with the Blues. See you, Bob. Thank you very much. We're at what, 203 videos? Closing the door up on 1 million hits, 1 million views. And wow, who would have thought, Bob? We thought we hit the big leagues when we had 2 subscribers. Now over 4,000 subscribers. So peace. All right. Unfortunately, this is Daddy Jack's, back with Daddy Jack's Cooking with the Blues. David and Kathy, they had to hit the road. They had an 8-9 hour ride back to Ottawa, but we had to wait and let the pie cool. But here we're gonna test it out. We're gonna cut it in 4s. Okay. What do you think, Josh? Half or thirds? Probably half, huh?
Yeah.
Uber flaky. Oh my God. Yeah, see, it still needs to set up. Here, Josh, want to take that? And you grab me a fork, Josh. Plenty of whipped cream, schlag, mit schlag, gas bar. Oh my God. It's warm. But I am here to tell you, Josh, my witness, hold on, one more, then we'll wrap it up. Wow. Shouldn't talk with my mouth open. Kathy, crust, whatever people say about Crisco and trans fats, whatever, you want to make good pie, follow Kathy's recipe. And Daddy Jack's Cooking with the Blues here, Dallas, and I was going to say Dallas, Texas. That's where Daddy Jack's is. But soon to be Daddy Jack's here in New London, Connecticut. And I love it. I mean, I like doing my own videos. I like it even more sometimes do other people, watch other people that have the passion for cooking, do their own videos. Nephew Josh back in the house, Joshua Romano Morosi. And here at Chablis Restaurant, Bob Jacko on camera. Couldn't have done it without you, my friend. Believed in what we wanted to do, and I do my part, Bob does his part. Couldn't have done it without each other, and it's a collaborative effort. And Bob Jacko Productions. If you ever want a good videographer, contact Bob. Okay? And have a great day. We're coming up on our 1,000,000th hit up on YouTube, and just snowballing. We're getting great feedback, and it makes it all worthwhile. And David and Kathy, love that you visited. Love you. And Ottawa, Canada. And we want to come up and visit sometime, and thank you for the recipe. Adios.